There we go.
All right. Hello, everyone. We probably shouldn't be on the map screen necessarily.
No. That was my own mistake on that. There we go.
There we go. Well, the grid screen. Hello.
We're back.
Welcome to another episode of This Shit, featuring special guest,
Hey, folks!
who will be taking the mantle of Red for this game.
Well, yeah. I'm Eden. I'm his cousin.
Yay!
They're related.
Also around us at the
We're
table,
family.
we have, hello, I'm Will, GM, Ken, Chelsea, Gabe.
Yep. I thought we were doing a round circle, but you took
You know what it is!
They know.
They know. We've done this for enough weeks.
Let's be honest, there's like 5-6 people maybe who like are watching this. They know who we are.
Yeah.
They've been here the whole time. There's not a lot of other people. So, yeah, today, just to resume where we left off, you guys were charging off into the mine to take down this den of somethings. There's sort of these like four-limbed, or at least this is the report you've been given from Leland, who was the only one who's actually seen them. Well, I guess Vesta took over as well, so Vesta's seen them as well. They're these four-limbed insectoid creatures.
No, Vesta's take a ritual point, but I don't want to make her give up anything.
You don't know what time it is because it's dark as shit and you're in a mine, and you have been here for a while. You'd think it's midday. You are charging through the mines here on the 5th echelon, which is the lowest one, before going through a breakthrough, following some caverns, going down a slippery slope, and getting to the site you're trying to reach after going along a long set of ledges. However, before you go down, you guys are quickly regrouping to gather yourselves and plan out strategy. At the mouth of the mine, you guys have stopped... Well, not at the mouth of the mine. After going through the opening and getting down to sort of the beginning of your journey, which is down that slippery slope, you guys regroup to talk strategy.
Okay, so one of the things that we have to make sure is Absolution and Destiny? Chastity?
Grace.
No, Grace was ours, wasn't it?
No, Chastity was the one who was with
Right.
us.
Okay, so we need to make sure that Grace and Absolution are like... Well, Absolution's actually able to fight. I don't think Grace is able to fight.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite possibly not.
Well, it isn't the first time we've escorted people who can't fight. We can make it work.
It would be nice to have a strategy going in.
Well, I say that you get Grace out.
All right. I am open to suggestions, yes.
I mean, I
Literally
could also...
just throw her on your back and book it.
Well, she's also not immobile, right? Like, she could...
She could, but Leland is faster. And he's also prone to running away with people on his back.
Yeah.
They were dying, and we were sent out to save them. I was completing our mission objective.
I was speaking more of when Elbjorn got knocked out, but okay, if you want to dwell on the past like that.
Oh.
Bears.
Well, in my defense, there was a lot of bears.
Luckily, you guys are not going into this dungeon blind. I'm going to draw up a map of what you remember it looking like, and then I'll update it with the things you actually know once you get there.
Like, our main objective is we have to get to the house with Absolution and Grace.
Yes.
Like, that is first and foremost. Maybe even we pretend that we still see the house, although she's probably going to know that's bullshit.
Out of game, yes. So, there's a character who calls herself Grandma.
Yeah.
And she had this whole nice house and fed us coffee, and it's all illusion magic. And she's actually a giant spider creature.
But as long as you don't know that it's illusion magic, you're fooled by it.
Right.
And so we found out it was illusion magic.
To the grid so I can
Right.
And so
see
now
what's
if we go
people
back,
Thank you.
we could pretend that we still see it.
Right.
But we won't actually see it because
But we won't
know
actually see it.
that it's illusion magic.
Okay.
But
And this house is on the other side of the mine? We have to go through the mine to
we
get
have to
there?
go through the
I
mine.
have to go through a pretty treacherous sort of sub-cavern.
Right.
There was a smell of cookies emanating from the area.
Can't go over it, can't go under it, gotta go through it type of situation.
Yes.
It's surrounded by, like, a waterfall that is also boiling and steaming. and terrible.
And also other creatures that Grandma is supposedly keeping at bay for her victims to walk to her. So I think it's best if we walk through as though we're looking for Grandma, as opposed to
Looking to fight Grandma.
Yes.
I understand.
Although every time that I've given suggestions, it always goes horribly. So maybe I should take a back seat on this one, perhaps. In terms of strategy.
As soon as she knows it's illusion, that we see through the illusion, though, she's going to know the jig is up. So, like,
the thing is,
should we do it at a brisk pace and as opposed to a walking pace? Because she can sense us for a while.
The thing is, she's gonna test it, right? Like, she's going to send an illusion our way that we will react to if we saw it, right? But if we didn't see it anymore, she'd know that the jig was up.
And do we have anyone with us who doesn't know that it's an illusion yet?
Nope, we shuddered it to the high heavens.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
And also, she can show it to a specific person and not
Yeah.
like the entire group.
Yeah.
Well, here's a plan. I know I said I wasn't going to give plans, but I think this one will win.
Plan.
Let's just straight up say that we've seen her true form, and we want to pledge ourselves to her.
Oh.
Out of game, what is with you and pledging to people?
You did this in the other game, too.
Wait, which game?
Sam.
Okay, well, Sam was an idiot.
Are you saying Leland's not an idiot?
Leland isn't an idiot. He just has a lot of bad ideas.
He isn't an idiot. He just does idiot things.
He just does idiot things.
I think that is a bad idea.
I also think it's a bad idea.
Okay.
We don't want her to know that the jig is up because she's not going to believe that we're pledging ourselves.
And the thing is, she doesn't...
Coming down here fully armed and, like, ready to fight.
Well, what do we lose from pretending that we believe her illusion until the jig is up?
Just how quickly the jig gets up.
Yeah.
Right.
How long we can hang on to that jig.
So we do want a jig for as long as the song plays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Well, at some point we're gonna have to take her down. So I'm thinking we get as close as we can and then form up move.
Yeah. Like, but it's trying to get as close as we can while she's illusioning.
Because it's quite possible we will get as far as the entrance.
slope.
The slope. The first slope. Like
I honestly think she's gonna test it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
100% she's going to test it.
Like, to see if the illusion's still there, she's gonna send an illusion our way, and if we don't react to it, she's gonna know.
What do you think she would do if we came with Chastity? Destiny? Whatever the fuck her name is, because we changed it a bit.
Charity.
Charity. There we go.
But Charity is also aware of what's going on.
Yeah, but we'd be walking with a Sky Touch, which
she loves. She loves those.
Yeah, so she might not test us in that case, thinking that we're trying to bring a sacrifice.
I don't think she's going to test us, because why would she, honestly, if you think about it? She doesn't stand anything to gain from throwing more funny bears at us. Like,
she has everything to gain. It's the defense of her home.
Yeah.
Right, but she already knows that she thinks she's already fooled us.
But why wouldn't she test it, though? Like, she's a creature that's clearly lived here for a little bit. Like, she's knowledgeable about what's going on.
Okay, let's sell us. If you had the ability to just...
I would test everybody.
Yeah.
Test everybody all the time?
The time.
Even if you'd already...
Double for you.
Okay.
Albiorn chimes in. I mean, we literally do that with life drinkers. We've been testing, like, everybody.
You took the knife out to test Tammy.
To be fair.
To be fair.
I'm still not convinced.
I agree with you on that.
Tammy from HR.
I mean, maybe she's just normal shitty and not magic shitty.
At this point, I go like, why do we even have to sacrifice Charity? I can just go as a Sky Touched.
What? You're
What?
a snake.
And then, like, Salus is gonna clap his hands and like cover his face and like. Vesta, you've seen this a little bit. Normally, he would be preceded by running a nail down his face, like his nail down his face. Whenever he's shedding, this is exactly what he does. He just kind of cuts the like dead skin and like peels it away, and that's kind of what it looks like he's doing right now. Except when he removes his hands from his face, it's a sky touched.
Ew.
So yeah, Elbjorn is baffled. Red is just kind of surprised. Trunk and Elmira don't even blink. They've seen this before. Well, this is new. This is very new.
Vesta is like, ew, that's gross. Ew.
I'm looking where your legs should be.
My legs are there.
I'm kicking at where your legs should be.
My legs are there. They are legs.
Clang.
You also don't see my tail anywhere. Like the sock that I basically wear as like the equivalent of boots is now like proceeded to be 2 long boots
But
that
would it-
come up my leg.
But would a dark creature be aware that illusion magic is being pulled over them?
This isn't really illusion magic.
We need an Arcanist. We are not in a good position to have an Arcanist. Well, okay, so actually fighting though. Who's good at what? We never fought with you.
You followed me. You know what I'm good at.
Well, yeah, I fought you. So I'm thinking maybe we sort of like flank, maybe.
Oh yeah. Vesta will probably be with Trunk.
I am not much of a fighter.
Yeah, she is a shield though.
I can throw knives.
Okay, so maybe you'd be in the back line. I can be behind the shields with my sword.
Yep. Elbjorn would be with
Me
Vesta.
and Red and Elbjorn, we have the
You have-
shields.
Yes,
I
that's
have
true, the
shields
shield wall.
and swords.
Shield wall.
Shield wall.
Shield wall.
Shield wall.
Does Elbjorn still participate in the shield wall chant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget which part Elbjorn had in the shield wall.
He was an eye.
He was an eye? Okay.
Yeah.
The shield wall pattern is an eye, a mouth, and an eye.
To be fair, it's very easy for you guys to just be like, I want to be the middle this time. Hup, hup. Cool.
It's true, you all have the same shields. So
Well, yeah.
They're specifically the same size.
yeah.
Well, if we trust Salus's magic to fool a spider lady, I think we got a good plan.
But are we bringing charity / chastity /
Well, our whole mission is to keep her safe. I don't know
Yeah,
why
so
we
maybe
would
no.
throw her into the midst of a battle we probably won't win, all things considered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. We're good.
Okay.
Our approach is walk down and try not to fall into the water.
Good plan. I like it.
Valid.
As Salus walks forward, he walks forward awkwardly. Still getting used to these bipedal things.
Kind of does like a little waddle.
Yeah, like his hips got a sway to it.
Yeah, I guess if you'd never walked with
Yeah,
legs,
if I'd never walked before, like my hips got a sway.
you'd like, yeah, that'd be really difficult. Like learn how to walk.
Yeah, that's essentially, literally what my training has been trying to learn how to fucking walk.
Nice.
So OOC, what have you actually done here?
Out of character, I am doing Mortal Shapeshifting, which is a form of magic that we haven't really seen before.
You specifically know that this is fundamentally different to illusion magic, so it is probably impossible for the creature to see through it, because whereas it's all illusions, the way that you operate is you physically shift. You are
Right.
actually changing. It's just
fun.
you have a true form that you return to.
Cool. And what is a sky touched?
Oh.
Humans with, like,
Tattoos.
and like little antlers.
Night.
They have celestial magic, like,
Yeah, so there's,
affecting
like-
them.
Okay.
There's the
Yeah.
trio, there's Celestial, Demonic, and Dark. and they like to fuck with each other. And so each one has its own like race that represents it, and Skytouch are celestial.
Neat.
And technically, just your normal base human has equal parts of all three. And
Yeah.
like a celestial would have more celestial than dark or demonic, etc., etc.
Cool.
Pretty much.
Sky touched our celestial. But then demonic people, are they just demonic people?
I don't actually remember the name of it.
Dark touched and
Demon touched.
human touched.
They're the only ones that get a unique name because they're that pompous.
Yeah.
I feel like Sam probably is a sky touched at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he pledged his life to a celestial.
Anyway,
Rest in peace, Sam. You had fun. Yeah, I know you're not dead, but you're basically dead to me.
Yeah.
Sam is dead to all of us because we all know which side of that war he would be on.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
The side of the war of the man eating the people.
yes.
So you guys make your way down the slippery slope with the aid of rope and get down to the bottom where the water's, like 6 to 12 inches deep, depending on the wave. You carefully tread towards where you get out of the water, and from here, it's a short walk.
Is it still really foggy?
Actually, more than usual. So you and Elbjorn all hear the sound of thunder distantly.
I ignore it.
Fantastic.
Is this an illusion? It can't be because we know, right?
We're aware, so like anything that happens is what's really happening. Like we're not. They can't pull an illusion over us because we're aware of it.
So there's actual spooky thunder. I also ignore it.
Let's continue.
Oh.
You guys approach. You don't get a look at it as you make your way along these thin ledges, but you hear the sound of quiet, just like clicking every now and then. Slowly but surely you approach. You first reach this little edge where you remember seeing a bench. Now that you're approaching it again, you guys can see like line of sight to there. This bench that you did see like in illusion prior is actually just sort of like a particularly slabby bit of rock.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Nice
you don't have a
bench.
tail for now.
I guess not.
I say nice bench out loud.
Do I still have my like terrain benefits from being a snake, or do I lose that
no.
when I change?
Don't have them.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Interesting.
Okay.
Alright, I'm charging ahead.
Charge
Well,
ahead.
Actually,
I know I said I ignored that thunder. Can I make a check about it to see if I can learn more?
Yeah.
What kind of check would I make?
Roll science.
Roll science. I'm a science boy. 2, 2, 5, and 6
I think you gave her one too many dice.
did I give you one too many?
You maybe gave me 4 dice.
She has 3 science.
Oh.
I have 3 science.
Yeah, so you'd roll 3 dice.
Okay, maybe reroll.
Great. So let's re-roll with these giant dice.
They're very
Where do you see that I have
So-
3 science?
3 boxes kept out
Oh.
of science,
I see.
and at the end
Well,
you
so-
just add the 4 to that's your.
So this one was less good. It's an 8.
8 plus 4.
8 plus 4, which was my mental.
All right, so 12.
So 12.
You think about that for a second. Distant thunder. The lightning shouldn't be a problem, but if it starts raining hard, it's going to get hot down here. It's like putting a bunch of water at the bottom of a sauna. Or in the rocks in a sauna, rather.
Cool. Good to know. So I guess we hope it doesn't rain.
And continue on.
Continue on. I have no control over the weather.
Which is great because Leland, Vesta, and I all come from very cold places, so I imagine that we don't do very well in heat.
Well, you'd do fine.
I'd probably do fine in heat. Yeah, that's true.
But me and Leland would not.
So as you guys are pulling ahead in whatever formation, I don't know. That's up to you guys. You do see in the distance, there's sort of like a jutting out bit of rock here, the edge of a pool, but you don't see much else. You do see, briefly, a limb sort of go like click, and another one go click as something looks off in that direction for a little bit.
Oh god. Those are some big feet.
You know what they say about that. Well,
So we're going to be working in turn order, so it's your turn. For Eden, who's new to the system, you are able to move on your turn, which means there should be a movement that's like one number / another one.
Yeah.
The first number is how many squares you can move on your main turn. You can also take an action, so attacking is an action, or a minor action, which is any number of things. You can talk. As an off turn, you can use defenses, and then you can like recreate certain turn actions. You can also move that second number.
Yeah. So, Leland, your fat butt's in the way. So.
Forward.
well, would you like me to take the 4?
I guess.
Well, hold on. Why don't we just, just in case, shield wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Shield wall goes first.
Eldbjorn muscles forward. As do Vesta in red.
Okay, let's all move to the extent of to the lowest movement speed, I guess. So that we all stay together.
That
Yes.
would be Eldbjorn, who's 4.
Okay.
Oh, Elbjorn. He has a limp.
Oh, no, I was about to make a joke about why he was so slow. I'm glad I didn't. You mean
He almost died.
He got decked by a bear.
He has a limp, and it's
bears.
kind of my fault.
There is a skittering noise. You hear a twisted, warped voice that's difficult to interpret.
Oh, you returned.
Yeah, you know it, Grandma.
Skitter, skitter.
We found somebody that's interested in escaping this horrible mine.
Hi, Grandma. Good to see you.
So, what you see is basically like a praying mantis head on like a 4-limbed insect with a big thorax sort of section at the back. It's like basically here, clinging to the walls and floor, looking at you guys and engaging in conversation. This thing is massive.
I am looking where I think Grandma, her illusion is trying to be. Is there a way to roll to see what she's trying to show me?
That would be understand.
I would like to roll understand.
Do it. Just looking at the
Should
ceiling.
I
Hello.
let you go first?
Absolutely not.
Okay, a 12.
12. You don't really have a lot of context clues, but you reckon that she's probably just there as Grandma going, hello.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a -6.
You think she has a plate of cookies.
Oh
Well, Grandma, those are some nice. Sorry, I gotta get in, please. Those are some nice cookies you got there, Grandma.
no! Oh no.
There's a hesitation. Yes, why don't you come inside and we can sit and talk then.
I would love to, Grandma. But I would love one of those.
Those fake.
I like, let's
You
keep
see
going!
her uncomfortably sort of skitter back into the open.
Okay, let's move forward to the most that we can.
Yep.
Okay, you shieldy people, I know how much you are dying for some of Grandma's cookies, so you probably should move first.
Okay, I'm...
You're all starting to notice that the waterfall nearby and the amount of fog is intensifying. It's
What?
getting warmer.
What kind of cookies does it smell like in here? You said
don't-
it.
You have no clue
Ah.
because you don't smell it anymore.
Oh, I see.
What did it smell like? Was it a chocolate, a nice oatmeal?
Sort of like a Dutch sugar cookie kind of thing.
Lame.
So Grandma, this is why don't you introduce yourself?
Well,
to
we're
Grandma?
kind of... You can't really talk to her, right? Like, you're in the middle of a... Like, you can't see her. You're behind a rock.
Surely Grandma wouldn't have. Well,
You're behind, like,
Are you telling me that's in character or out of character? Because in
out of-
character, I'm telling this guy to introduce himself to Grandma.
Oh, okay. Well, did Red not come with us last time?
No, I'm talking about the Sky Touched. Mr.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Sorry, yeah.
Sleasington, was it?
She sort of just like skitters to a more comfortable position. You guys have another chance to advance.
Celis is gonna go, yeah, John Sleasington. How's it going?
You can move all the way up to the front because you have that much movement. Presumably you have 8'4",
7'3".
7'3". You can move to there.
I'm in normal ass armor.
Is the rest of you covered?
So now all of you guys can see that Grandma's there. You still can't see sort of where all the buildings were last
Like,
time.
my clothes are still basically normal. It's just, like, my boots and pants are now a thing.
Right, but your ass is protected.
It's protected, yes. You can't, I'm not wearing assless chaps.
I don't know if you got my hilarious joke or not.
We got it.
Just double check.
So, I have some of that ability. Did you like the cookies I had? Or did you want another flavor? Which flavor of the two would you prefer? The one you can smell in the oven or the one I had?
Oh, this is... Okay.
I mean, oven cookies are hot and fresh, right?
Hot and fresh.
Hot and fresh.
Yeah, I love those.
Oh, so then... Well, they're both pretty fresh. Did you want the peanut butter then?
Can I roll like an understand here? To
Yeah,
see?
go for it.
Okay. Okay. 13.
Okay, you roll with it. Yeah, peanut butter. She goes, so, the ones in the oven then.
Should I kind of roll understand again?
That's where the understand kicks in, and you go, you figure out she's trying to trick you, and you go, weren't the peanut butter cookies the ones you had out here? She sort of goes, right, yes. You buy more time, and you're able to get closer.
Nice.
You guys are able to sort of like properly form up the way you're supposed to here.
Yes.
Elmira toddles off to the side here while Trunk tucks in right behind you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you were saying there, Red.
Do you have a character named Trump?
Trunk.
Trump. Okay, I was like, this is
Yeah.
a different game than I was expecting.
No,
We ain't like
Trump
that.
the wholesome knight.
Yeah.
Trump, the most wholesome paladin.
He's the ultimate shield wall.
Build them all. Oh,
Big oof.
please continue. That was OOC.
So, you guys are able to see the full expanse here. All the places that used to be buildings are rough caverns of sorts. You do see that in the place that was sort of like a shed that you guys are right next to, there's openings in the cracks, and you can see there's a number of cocoons sort of like glued to the walls. There's also a handful of them in the basement area that you remember in the other building, but the bit above seems to be open for the most part, just open air.
Do the cocoons have people inside of them?
You think so? They're people-sized.
Nice.
How are the people doing?
Roll-
Are they just chilling in there?
Roll doctor.
Roll doctor. I'm a doctor boy. That is a 10 plus my mental,
Yeah.
which is 14.
14. These are like chitinous, but like gluey, goopy-looking cocoons. You figure they probably aren't able to breathe through them. So if they're cocooned, they're either suspended within or they're already dead. So basically, no rush either way.
So, Sleasington. You should probably, introduce yourself to Grandma. We wouldn't have to force her to make any sort of
Yeah, I was
introductions.
told Absolution came down here.
Well, Absolution. Anything will send him over the edge.
Oh, well, Absolution already left, you see. Grandpa came by just recently.
Ah!
me.
That's good, great.
Okay, so wait.
Here, come on inside. You see her sort of like bodily clamber on top of this thing, and it's just sort of perching on top of this craggy, cavey outcropping.
Okay, so like, we made a plan before this, right?
We never actually said when we were gonna spring the trap. I don't think any of us actually expected it to get this close to the house.
I'm like looking at Salas like.
I feel like we would have spoken about this before, though.
But we didn't.
But we did advance the shield wall. Like, I'm gonna walk forward, and I'm expecting people to fucking follow me.
Okay.
I'm right there behind you. I'm backing you up.
Myra tucks around.
And we need to stay with Elbjorn, so.
Oh, and also,
Are
very
you
important.
guys actually in a shield wall, or are you just loosely there?
I think we're
Loosely
just
together.
chilling, because we're still jigging.
Very
Yeah, we're-
important to know. You get
Tucked in.
defensive bonuses if you're grouped up with
Yeah.
other members of your party.
Okay. Good
So
to know.
if you're off on your own,
Extra if you're shielded.
Don't
Yeah.
split, don't break the party.
Yeah. Stay with the
Which
shield
is exactly
wall.
what I'm gonna
Stay.
well, yeah, Salas is.
You
He's,
guys
he's
approach. There's a slant where you guys remember there was a staircase you walked up. She seems to be waiting for you to head up there.
Should we do it?
So,
So at this point, I'm gonna walk forward and just kind of like edge in front of the group and just be like, "So where are they really?" And then I'm gonna shift back to Salas.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, we're doing this. I pull out the shield.
Yep, shield.
I'm pulling out my knives and I'm hovering them menacingly.
She sort of just chuckles and goes, "Oh, I was wondering how long we were going to play pretend."
All right, I'm just gonna shout, "Elmira, let's get her to the ground."
All right. At that sound, you guys take your turns.
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna grapple her foot.
Okay, so the way this works, the letters are like right forelimb, left forelimb, right rear limb, left rear limb. Between all of them is the vague mass where her body is. You need one extra reach to get up there.
I'm actually gonna be like, instead of that,
If you
I'm
could
gonna
just
go
pull the
this
legs
way. That's
out, though.
exactly what I was
Yeah.
just thinking too. I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna throw my chain and pull.
All right, make a roll for that.
All right, get my grapple going. Decent start to that. 10, 16, 20, 23.
Yep, you grab the limb and presumably yank it with the chain to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The limb slips. You see her sort of stumble and lurch forward.
I would like to use force magic to push that other leg also off.
Make that roll.
Give me my big boy dice.
It's okay.
You only need 5 to push.
So that's 5. That is a
So it's
another
solid.
5. So it's a 10, 15, 19.
19. Right, you. How much of that are you?
All of it.
turning? Okay. This other limb goes wild, skitters all the way out here, and she sort of just like falls sideways. The bulk of her body you no longer need reach to get to. It's all around like here.
But it's like near the ground, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now I would like to.
Off turn, one of the limbs attacks Elmira, who dodges.
I would like to bolster. How do I do that?
Right.
What do I roll for that again?
We'll quickly look that up on
Oh,
the rules here.
Understand plus 10 is what I have written down.
Okay, yep. And you're able to divide it as you see fit among everybody in a 7x7 area.
Which is everyone.
Go, Grandma, you can do it.
Elmira starts clambering up the limb itself, moving towards the central mass. You have a flanking bonus now.
Sweet.
Okay.
Well, all of you do because now it's being flanked.
Okay.
I love that it's the entire, we're flanking the entire unit and not just the singular foot. We have to just all gather around a single foot to flank it. That'd be great.
23 is what I rolled, and I want to give it to Salus, between Salus and Elbjorn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like,
50-50?
yes. So I'm gonna be like, you guys, go. And so they're like, it's when Elbjorn moves forward, I'm gonna move forward with him, and I'm gonna signal Red to also move forward.
Yeah, I'm moving.
So that we're gonna have still a shield wall in case something bad happens.
So how much health are you divvying?
Okay, I'm gonna divvy.
I take this as ready, right? Because I'm above.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, cool.
10 to you, 13 to Elbjorn.
All right. And Elbjorn charges in with you guys. Presumably you're moving around the edge to where the mass is here.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You guys move forward as a flank, moving past Salus. You've changed back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay!
Got your tail.
I got my tail back.
Chunk moves in and gives a big cleave to that right forelimb.
And then there's Leland.
I was just gonna.
I would also like to cleave the same limb.
Yeah. So that would be a weapon roll.
Great.
Some of your benefits, I don't know if any of them affect.
War medic researcher, close call. Nope. Nope.
Oh, that's all like printed. That's really nice.
Form fillable PDFs, which I should be making available soon once I find a way to do so.
That is a 11 plus my physical, which is 4 for 15.
All right.
I would also
15
like to
damage.
point out that I hate these dice.
Yeah.
They're hard to roll. Like,
They are the loudest things too. Like, holy crap.
yeah.
Makes for good stream-o-vision, though.
Yeah. Does it though?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't roll it properly. Look at that.
Yeah, it does. All right, fair enough. Fair point. Fair play.
They're really big.
All right, so has everybody taken their action?
Yes, but I would like to use my speaking part of my action to stare directly up at the ceiling and go, man, Salus, keep her away from the edge.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Gabe.
Okay.
Salus goes, "You're an idiot."
That's our secret code. If we're lying, but we don't want our enemies to know that we're lying, we start straight up.
He says this as I'm in battle and not looking at him in the slightest.
So this creature is large enough that it's just hulking. It's not a contest anymore. It steadies itself, and if you're grappled, it's taking you with it.
I'm gonna release the grapple as soon as it tries to like fight.
Okay. Because like basically you feel it just.
It was
lifting a
mostly
limb.
for the tug, and then that was about it.
You know when you have like a 2-year-old or something being like, I don't want to go, and they grab your limb and you're able to just kind of walk? It's the same thing, but you're the 2-year-old. So presumably you let go right as you're like, oh, I'm physically being lifted. Shit.
But as it
Goes
leaves, I would
clack,
like to just tap it.
clack.
I want to poke it with some magic.
All right. Do it. Clack.
Okay. It's 15, 18. Hand to spell. That doesn't give me more damage. Hand to spell does not give me more damage. Where's I have affinity though. There we go. So an extra 5 for affinity. Yeah, I'm doing poison
All right.
on that. So that would be 23.
All right.
And
23.
hand to spell, so it would still push.
Okay. So do you want to take the limb that you had
I'm
there
using
and
poison,
push it?
so that's affinity, and I'm using hand to spell. Like it's not something that's like they're two different methods. It's literally just convenient. They're the same thing.
All right.
Like the one thing about like certain battle tactics is just like you can't use duelist at the same time as you would use like
Okay.
battle mage or something like that.
Okay.
All right. Elbjorn is pivoting the unit. Do you follow?
Yes.
All right. Whoop. You are sort of close to the edge, and it's kind of uncomfortable with the way he pivoted.
Yeah, you were
Great.
very close to the edge.
I love that. YOLO.
Trunk moves in to tuck behind you guys, and seems to be able to hit the body, but not any of the limbs. At this point, you're noticing that the steam is getting really hot. Everybody within 1 square of the edge, so...
My tail.
Yeah, so you, because it's your tail, it's you. Red,
Yeah.
not Vesta, but Elgjord and Trunk are all affected by this. There's environmental heat.
Ooh.
Environmental means the fur stuff doesn't affect it, but your cold-bloodedness does.
Okay. So my cold-bloodedness reduces or
Doubles the damage.
doubles the damage. All right. I guess because I don't really notice it. I'm just a little bit singed.
Well, I think it's just you can't regulate your fucking body.
Yeah, it's just it starts taking hold real fast.
Fair enough.
So it's 8 heat damage, so 16 for you.
Oof.
It's environmental, so it isn't affected by threshold.
What would I roll to see if Spider Lady is affected by the heat?
More of a mantis.
At this point, Arcana.
So you were at 100, so you would be 92.
6.
6. If she's living here and actually nesting, you reckon she's probably fine with the heat, and you reckon in turn there's something that can counter heat that might be effective here, if anything.
Cold.
It's like the reverse of the cave dwellers.
Shit,
The
dog.
creature spits on Trunk, Elbjorn, Vesta, and Red. You guys are in a unit with 4 people, so I believe I updated the rules, so that's +4 to threshold, plus another one for 7 total.
7 total. Okay.
Okay, so it's like armor class in D&D. So you have +7 to your threshold. Your
Yeah.
threshold should be listed somewhere there.
That might have been cut off, or it's just not on there. Oh no, threshold is 10. There you go.
Threshold is 10, so I have
So-
a threshold of 17 right
Yeah.
now.
And if
Oh,
you
if
want
it's
to,
magic, you also have another +5.
Okay, so I have a threshold of 22 right now.
Is it a magic attack?
It is.
Okay,
This
so-
is an acid spit for
Threshold.
26 acid damage.
So now I only take 4 damage?
No.
No?
You take it's like armor class, or you can dodge, or do any number of. There's some like you can dodge, you can brace.
Can I lift my shield to try
yeah,
and
so
protect
that would-
me and folks behind me?
That would be brawn. I don't think it would affect the people behind her, but like the brawn is essentially a brace defense.
Right.
So then you can roll your brawn skill
Okay.
and add that to your threshold.
I do the same thing.
Oh yeah, you. You're
Okay, so I
fine.
clear that.
Okay, so I have 21.
Okay, so you take it nonetheless, the full 26.
Okay.
All right, it's back to your turns.
Okay. Attack with cold.
Yep, I am blasting a blast of. There's no other way to make another blast in that sentence. I'm blasting a cold blast at her left rear leg.
Okay. I don't think you have line of sight because of the building. You'll have to.
Oh,
move,
so
I think.
the building is real in that sense. Okay,
It's a physical object. It's just not a building.
I see. So I'll move. Oh, I'll move close to the edge.
And I'm about to break.
What?
Oh, I said, and I'm about to break.
Oh. Okay, so I move 10. 1.
I think I have a whole bunch of cold reagents that I never actually
Six,
turned into
7.
bombs.
No, you were too busy like fulfilling
Eight.
Leland's dream of having a fucking
Yeah.
tracking dagger.
Yeah.
Move out there, and I'm gonna fire at. What is the Elbjorn doing up here?
That's Elmira.
Oh, Amira. Firing at left front leg then.
So the one that Elmira's on?
Yes.
Okay.
Telling her to duck or move or working with her in some creative fashion.
You whistle.
These rolls. 5, 11, 15.
Keep in mind, you are still flanking this thing.
Oh yeah, I totally didn't even
So what does flanking do again? Is it double?
I think it's +5. Just +5.
Okay, so that's 30. 30 cold.
All right, that seems to be really effective. As you blast this cold energy at it, and it sort of like frosts over, you see that even like the chitin that's covering this creature's limbs is like cracking a little bit. She shrieks loudly.
Sorry, Grandma, but cold energy is kind of my thing.
Okay, cold attacks, everybody.
I thought it was force.
Also, you need to get away from the edge.
Yes.
Personality-wise, it was funny.
I think.
Shut up.
I think we can all move away from the edge.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So-
How easy would it be for me to move, like, into the house? And, like, move around the house?
Very easy.
Okay.
These are actually, they're all sort of like interspersed with cracked open areas that you can actually physically like crawl through. You can sort of ignore the walls a little bit. You can use them as cover, but you can...
And I'm back to my sneaky form, so...
Exactly.
Difficult terrain. It's nothing to me.
Cool.
Elmira's on top of this thing and has moved over the limb and basically is representing the middle of the creature now, being on top and like stabbing into this thing.
Okay, me and Elbjorn and Red, I'd like to move us all 2 to this way so that we get away from the side.
Okay. You guys move
If we yeah, so we could get Red 1 block away from the.
Okay, you guys end
Somehow.
up sort of turtling up a little bit.
Okay.
Can I actually, instead of turtling around,
Turtle
can
forward.
I want to be right near that leg.
This one?
The left.
That one, the left front. Is that possible?
That's
with my
on
movement?
top of this building. But
Okay.
You'd be able to break from the unit if you wanted to.
Okay, so logistically, I can't do cold stuff, but I could fuck with that leg.
Yeah,
What
go
is?
for it.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's what I'm doing. Sorry, she'll walk.
You clamp her up. There's sort of like a. You would have gone this way up a ramp and then made your way up to there.
I'm wondering what is the? It's kind of like rock underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'd love to pin it somehow,
Ooh.
but I don't know how I could do that.
Trick
Earth
it
up and grab it.
Trick it into stabbing real hard into the wall and see if it crumbles.
I mean, it's a legitimate thing you could do, yeah.
So, off turn, this thing adjusts a little and stomps on Vesta.
No!
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry, and I broke the shield wall too, didn't I?
It's okay, we're still 4 because I think I'm somewhere around here.
Yeah. I
Um,
brace.
Alright, it's 21 damage.
I take it.
Alright.
I mean, yeah. This is more of a rule discussion, but I do feel like a group has to specify a direction that they're
That they're facing.
well that they're
Yeah.
guarding in, yeah.
Like,
you guys do have
we
a
would
wall
be.
towards the creature right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just thinking, like, when we were doing that bear fight, that became an issue.
Because we were just like, we're definitely a unit, even though they just came at us from behind.
Yeah.
At that, I'm gonna go up and in between. And I want to bitch slap the right forearm
Mm-hmm.
with some cold damage.
Alright. You hear a distant chittering. Red, Albjorn, and Vesta do.
Uh-oh. Grandpa's back.
Celis, use cold. Oh, you already.
You see just a handprint on the thing.
Okay. Well, good job. Good job.
I warn, like, guys, Grandpa's coming back.
That's 16. Oh, wait. No, that's not 16. What am I thinking? That's 15 cold.
15 cold. Alright.
And moves it 2 squares towards the ledge, I suppose.
Yep.
Like,
If it slips into the opening, you are able to have it like slip into the opening and have this creature
Like that?
stop. Yep.
so like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
I would think,
As you do that, the creature actually loses purchase, and this limb, while it's still here, is like slipped out like that. This one grasps onto an edge, this one's fallen through that hole, and this one slips over here.
I have 2 off turns.
Attack its armpits.
I
would like to throw an elemental cold attack at its armpit. Can I do that?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'll let you do that first.
Nine.
Shoot that armpit.
Man, don't you just love running ice cubes down Grandma's armpit?
Well, armpits are usually like the least protected area of things.
Elmira and Trunk both make their attacks.
Okay.
Trunk swinging with a great sword, Elmira on top with daggers, basically going like hacking into the back of this thing.
Can I lift the leg?
You can certainly try.
Now
You do have
wait to do
3
that.
brawn.
Wait to do that before I try and knock LR off of the edge, because I feel like that'll.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's I'm making a force attack on LR to try and just blast that fucker off. Also, I'm
So that it's
loading-
not holding on anymore?
Yeah. Also, I'm yelling at Elmira to
I would like to back up.
prepare for a quick exit.
I yell at everybody to back up.
Okay,
That's a really good roll.
that is a very good roll. So can I use Spell Snipe and my Force Affinity?
For now.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's 12, 17, 20. That's 35 force.
This leg is pushed off. Grandma is desperately clinging on and starting to bleed heavily. Elmira runs and jumps off, landing next to you.
Cool. Yeah. So that's when Red's gonna come underneath, and just like a good muscle boy is gonna just lift like straight up, using the thighs, using that proper back stretch for it, so I don't throw out my back while doing this. And yeah, I'm just trying to give this leg a little bit of air time. And so that is 10 plus my physical is 4, and I don't think I get any other bonuses on that, hey? Yeah, so a 14 to lift.
Alright. You aren't properly able to like hurl it or anything, but you lift it enough so that this thing isn't able to grasp onto the edge. You sort of walk forwards with it and huck it off the edge as
Hell yeah.
Grandma falls off the edge, and you hear a loud hissing, first sounding like her and then sounding more like just the water.
Ooh.
However, you guys all now hear the clicking, and you see Grandma or Grandpa coming from above.
Uh-oh.
It's almost twice her size.
Well,
Grandpa, you shouldn't have.
Left foot. Oh god.
Oh, Grandpa.
Right foot.
Grandpa.
Okay.
Should we maybe try to get out? I don't know if we can
It's
fight
your
this.
turn.
How are you doing?
Like, I'm not doing good.
You're
Like,
not
I'm
doing
at
good?
63. I'm like okay, but like
I wouldn't say to take any more. I would.
Can I doctor you? Or are you not in that
And-
range yet?
She's tired.
yeah. So I need food or sleep.
Well, Vesta, if you want to grab our targets and we can get the fuck out of here, that might be wise.
Yeah.
Who are our targets?
The pods, I guess.
The
Like
cocoons?
any pods that look fresh.
Yeah, you noticed inside that all the ones underneath are like husks that have been eaten out, like cracked open and stuff with little bits of bone inside. Inside the one that you're next to, like the shed, that's where the fresh ones are. There are 4.
You're gonna have to grab them. I can't carry them.
I want to slice one of them open.
Okay.
Do
We
they
can
look
run this. We
hard
can
to
run
cut open?
distraction for a round while you guys do
Yeah,
this.
absolutely.
Do they look hard to open?
Hmm?
Do they look hard to open? Like,
What they are is they're kind of like a slimy substance coating like chitin, so like basically like bug armor plates. You would need to cut them open.
I have a sword and I'm a doctor. I'm
Okay.
basically a surgeon.
I have knives.
I have. Okay, if I go on 4 legs, I have 10 movement speed. Could I get to the nearest one?
You said they're in this shed here, right?
Yep, they're here.
Okay.
Is there a door to the shed, or is it just like...
There was one that's the biggest opening, but you're able to kind of just like squeeze through the walls.
Okay, could you move me to there? And I pull out my knife and I start cutting.
I pull out a better knife and also start cutting.
Red would like to move in that direction. I don't think I have enough movement to get all the way over there.
How much do you have?
I have 5 speed.
So then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We also need distraction. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
I
don't
also,
worry.
I also
I can-
have 10 movement, so I'm gonna go 1, 2. How much would it be to grab her or grab him?
Grab who?
Red.
Why are you grabbing Red? Grab some corpses.
Because Red wants to open a pot up.
I guess it would be easier to throw them onto you first.
Once you give the order to run distraction, Trunk looks up at Elmira and nods, and moves to form up.
Okay, I think instead of trying
starts running to the side.
to cut them open, I think we should just throw them on. Can you carry 4?
Yes, I can. I'm.
You burst in here. Where are you?
I'm
Right
there. I have it.
1, 2, 3.
I have 10. So like.
Yeah, so you make it in here.
You see me desperately trying to cut one of these things open, and it's gooping up the blade, and I'm like, "Come on, you damn thing!" You're like, "Why don't you just carry them?"
Okay, but
And I shoot you the dirtiest look, and then go, "Okay."
Red chimes in, what if they're not alive? We should check at least one to see what's inside, because if they're dead, there's no point in carrying them out of here.
We've been down this road before, Red, and I haul, I guess as many as I can fit on my fucking back at once on there.
How many can he fit on his back? Can
2.
2. So we're gonna need to cut at least 2 open.
Red's cutting one open!
All right, roll doctor.
Doctor boy. That was a bad doctor.
That was a bad.
That was a
doctor.
bad doctor in that I believe I only have 11?
Ooh.
Yep, that's that math.
Okay, you are still cutting them open. You aren't done.
Can I help in the
Can I
doctor?
roll smithing to give her a better knife?
Salas is gonna move.
Will is thinking about it.
over to where Elmira
Could she
is.
off turn? The cutting? Could she off turn the
Can I
cutting?
off turn it?
At the cost of 10 stamina.
Yep.
Yeah.
How much stamina do you have?
So now that it's your turns again,
lots,
Elmira
I think.
jumps onto the thing again. Trunk is there, and he has enough reach to just sort of like cleave right at this thing's head with a greatsword.
But when
Elbjorn
the
is down
doctor-
here with a sword hacking at this limb.
Roll another doctor. Do it.
That was a much better doctor. That was a 12 plus 4,
Salas-
16.
Salas is gonna shout and just kind of go, Elbjorn, can you remove the foot, the limb closest?
He goes, "Oh yeah." You see him basically like reel back with his shield. He goes nice and low, and he like charges this thing's limb, forcing it 1, 2 off the edge there.
At the same time, I'm gonna do that to the left front, I guess, with force magic.
Sorry, this edge. I
Oh,
forgot to draw it
that's-
properly. This
right.
is all rock, but
That's
this is
all
where
rock,
the
that's-
wedge is.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Well,
still
you could
gonna-
do it with the back left. Or back right?
Yeah, I could cause it to like shift over and like cause him to fall. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm gonna move over to where Trunk is, and I'm going to do that.
What are you doing? Sorry.
I'm blasting the right rear leg
Mhm.
with some nice force.
All right.
Because pushing things around is fun. 15, 18.
18. All right.
And I'm going to be converting 2 of that to be 4, so like 10.
Okay, so 8 damage.
Yeah.
All right, you hammered this thing's rear limb, which knocks it sort of like loose of the rock, and as it's grasping on and slides down a little bit to try and regain footing, There's a couple of the superheated rocks to the edge that fall down into the water. There's a big burst of steam that covers the area.
You rolled a doctoring roll.
I did roll a second doctor roll of 16.
That gets someone else out.
Okay, are they alive?
They seem to be alive, they're just unconscious. Potentially comatose, you can't tell right now.
So they're probably, these ones are alive, is what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Everyone takes 15 environmental heat.
Double? Oof. Oof.
I'm in hurt.
So I have 2 cocoons on my back. We have,
I can probably carry 1 cocoon.
we have 1 person freed.
I have no physical.
Honestly, with your brawn, you might be able to just grab both.
Yeah, could I carry, especially now that one's not in
Could
the
she
cocoon?
drag two?
The 2 that came out, one of them was a pattern torg, so you would have to carry them alone. The other one is Grace, who you could easily carry with another person.
So that would be either you or Trunk or literally someone could grab by and run and grab her.
You're not particularly strong, but like you can drag a body.
Okay, I will drag a body.
Okay, you grab Grace, and you've got a bit more strength, so you've got the pattern torg you
Yeah.
don't recognize.
And then Salas is gonna go, "We out!"
Yes!
Elmira sort of seems to be clambering forward and gets on top of this thing's head. You see her, like, desperately holding on with the kukri, trying to aim for the eye.
Elmira! We're headed out!
Alright, this thing's turn begins. This limb, which is loose, it raises forward and stomps, crushing some of the stone. Moves, click, click, and stomps here, hitting Salas.
Alright.
Could you try to, like, dodge?
I'm 100% going to be dodging.
For 22.
Okay, that's doable.
That's
That's doable. So I got 4. Trunk doesn't have a sword, does he? Or a shield, sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. So not a unit.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh.
Alright, so that's fine.
You might be taking that damage.
Oh, I'm taking that damage. Yeah, I'm taking that damage.
Can I use this close call skill to help you out, or do I have to be close?
You can do that, just like that.
Okay, I'm gonna use a bonus action to close call that.
Okay, so you basically just go like, left! And as you say that, you turn, you look, and you're like, oh! And you left, and like the limb basically, like, there's no damage, it just goes right next to you.
Close call.
Close call. Close call indeed.
Alright, at this point, after hearing that you guys are retreating, Elmira, you see, like, moves off, is sort of like swaying, signs something to Trunk, and leaps off. Right as that happens, Trunk nods and, like, does a big sweep, knocking this thing off of the edge of the building. This thing sort of stumbles, and Eldjorn is able to run through. He sprints out of the edge there. Elmira leaps off and lands there.
And I am probably going to...
It's your turns proper again.
Yeah. I'm going to bitch slap the left front, and then I'm going to probably start booking it.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm dragging a body. So my normal movement speed is 10 on my turn. Would that be like halved or something? Would dragging
Well, and
a
you're
body?
you're moving with me, and my speed is only 5, right? Because are we carrying that body together?
You're
Is that
each
what's
able to
happening?
carry one
Okay.
alone.
Oh, okay, I see.
You're able to move your normal walking speed, it's just that like you can't run, you can't sprint, and you're
Oh, okay.
occupied carrying someone.
Okay.
So like you can't use your shield or attack because you're holding someone.
Yeah. Okay.
So that'd be 18 to the thing in front of me.
So I guess I
Alright.
should just book it. Like, if I can't use my
With
shield or
force?
With cold.
Okay.
But it still moves 2 because fucking hand dispel. It's so good.
Yep. just like with the other one, you knock this thing off the edge of the would-be house, and this thing falls even lower.
And then I'm just turning tail, quite literally, and sticking with the unit, probably?
You would have to go like that. But
Alright, fine.
Drunken Elmira.
I have 7, so I could move further.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They moved you off.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
As you guys are retreating, Elmira fires off a pot shot at this thing.
Gabe, can you move me 5, please?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Move me 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You kind of put me off of the map there.
Okay.
Is that not part of the map?
No, I think that's...
No,
No,
that's
that's not. That's not. Yeah. There we go. Well, I mean, we're forming up a unit with Trunk and Elmira, so that's something.
Okay. So this thing's turn begins. It steadies itself and charges forward. Skitter, 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 skitter,
Oh shit.
skitter,
It
skitter.
can move fast.
It then spits a burst of acid at these guys here.
You pointed to the whole board.
Right, that's fair. Spits a burst of acid that targets Red and Leland.
Cool.
Still a unit, so.
Not them.
Red, it's a shield.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Red's
Yep.
the shield. Okay.
For 26 damage.
26.
Okay, so
I'd like to roll the brace. Really?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. That's a 6 plus 7, that's 11.
11?
Yeah.
11 what damage type?
No, that was him.
This was to brace.
Oh, okay.
can I... Okay, remind me how threshold works again.
So, it's like armor class in
yeah,
D&D.
so I've got a 10, and then this is magic, so I
So
have plus 5
5.
resistance
Yeah,
to
so
that.
15.
Plus
And
you're in
then-
a unit.
plus I'm in a unit.
It's a unit of 3. Because Leland her shield.
Yes. So I actually had 14, which is still not enough.
Right.
So that's plus 3.
So that would take me to 18,
Mm.
and then can I use this close call thing to take me?
You
up
could also
to...
brace to.
Yeah.
How many times do you have that per adventure?
I don't know. It just
Oh,
says
it's-
close 5. Oh, maybe that's 5
Yep,
per adventure.
5 times per adventure. So you
Okay.
can just close call it.
Okay, cool. So I should be keeping track of how many times I've close called. Hey.
Yes.
So it's
Okay.
twice so far.
Okay, lovely. I'm gonna close call it.
All right, you just like happen to be turning a corner and like you see like right on the edge there's a shower of acid right as you turn the corner. It's a little bit of a butt clencher.
How much damage do I take?
Your butt is clenched.
26.
26.
Yeah, it's back to your turns.
Salus is immediately running forward, and this is like a puddle, or what is
It's kind of like a hot spring. Like it's it's mid height.
this? Okay, so moving forward 1. It doesn't really matter because I'm bitch slapping the RF off. Again, cold. Just slapping it out of the way.
Oh right, who is hurt?
Me.
I'm not.
Okay. So
I have 48.
Do you need a heal?
you
there,
have
friend?
47.
I have 47. I do, but we're kind of in the middle of something, you know?
Okay. Well, if you can get near me, I'll spend a turn to heal you.
That's 15.
But we kind of need to drag these people
15?
out.
Yeah,
15
but like if you need
ice
to make
damage,
that call.
or cold damage. And I'm also going to try and move it towards the ledge, too.
Yep. So you're able to move it 2, and it stumbles off a little bit.
And the rest of my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I can't bolster myself, can I?
Go me! I'm carrying a body, go me!
Woo! I guess I should bolster you guys. You need to get a little bit closer to me.
Alright, Eldbjorn moves 1 and starts pushing this thing 2, 3, 4. It's sort of like is almost stumbling over the edge. At this point, Trunk sees what's happening, actually moves back, and gives this thing a sweep.
Can
Elmira moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
so
And fires another shot.
I have Spell Snipe, which allows me to shoot a bouncing dart that bounces between targets.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hit both of these legs?
Yep.
With a big blast of force magic.
And you can pack the wall up at the end of it if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad. So that's 13 plus that's 17 plus 5 affinity is 22. And then it bounces between the two of them. It doesn't. I'm trying to remember how the damage on that works.
I'll double check. What is the exact name of the benefit?
Spell Snipe. Can't remember if it's halved on the second one or if it's minus.
Benefits
It
and
would make more
drawbacks?
sense if it was minus, because halves usually result in bad math, and we don't like bad math.
We don't like bad math.
Whole numbers. Only whole numbers.
Only whole numbers. We're like the Greeks.
Yeah.
Right, so deals 3d6 damage to an enemy within 3 squares of the first, then 2d6 within 2 squares of the second, then
So within 2
1d6
squares. So-
within 1 of the third.
So that's too far away, so I'm just going to do that to this guy.
Alright.
Blammo.
Yep, you push him further still, and he starts to slip. There's a scraping that's like tearing up the rock as he clambers off the edge and steadies himself. His turn hits, and
Can I offer to smack him again?
Doing left foot this time?
Yeah, I guess I'll do left foot.
Just sees Celis just sees like a dagger whiz past his head.
Embeds in him and keeps going. So that's 15, 20, and then if I get to use Spell Snipe and Affinity, that's 30. And I'm using all of them to push. Can I target his body to push, or just a leg?
yep, 100%.
I'm targeting his body to push this whole boy.
This leg skitters off, and with all of the weight, this one fails to hold on.
Oh, we did it!
Whew. There's a deafening hiss again. This time, even worse than the last.
Yes!
That's another 15 environmental heat.
My knife. my knife was in that spider. Fuck.
That's to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, I'm like not
30.
doing so hot.
I'm in hurt.
Okay.
I'm like very much.
Who is currently hurt? Okay, all 3 of you guys take 3 damage from bleed.
Would you like some bandages?
I really like. I'm dying. Like.
Is there a safer spot away from the heat? Further up that would be reachable within.
Yep. The way the bleed damage works is you take a lot more in terms of just time when you're in combat. But when you're able to actually like staunch your bleeding, you're able to move a lot further. You guys are comfortable moving a ways away.
Okay, let's move.
It takes about 10 minutes for you guys to get back to that sort of edge where the trickle was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's gone up to a torrent of water with all of the rain, but you guys are able to find a ledge that's not too hot and you're able to get working. Before you do, however, everyone who's hurt takes an additional bit of bleed damage from the travel. 12.
Okay.
Please, no.
Please help.
Oh, Vesta, that's not a good number, my dear.
Oh. That's pretty solid.
That's a 17.
I'm beating you.
Oh really?
11.
Oh, jeepers.
Yikes.
Oh,
Okay.
That heat damage fucking hurts when it's doubled.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah, man. Okay.
The best part is I didn't really notice.
You took like 60 damage in
Yeah.
heat.
More than 60 damage. All of my damage, like all the damage that was done to me. I had 114 health, and I am at 11 now. And I only did one off-turn attack.
Well, I'm
Okay,
doctoring you first then.
you doctor me.
I'm like smacking you away, telling you
how
to go
good
to
at doctoring
Vesta.
are you?
Okay, then you go to him.
Because I'm a doctor boy, so I can help. him a
I'm
lot.
like smacking both of you away to go to Vesta.
No. I'm not gonna let that
I'm
happen.
like fighting this even though I can't really fight it. I'm being a very bad patient.
We should be good to switch back to the face cam.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Okay,
do some doctoring, my
let's do
boys.
some doctoring. So that is a 12 plus my mental, which is 16, and I also have this war medic, which is heal 10 stamina when bandaging. Am I bandaging?
All right, so that's plus 10. Yep, you're bandaging.
Okay, please heal 26.
Cool.
Yeah, there.
Does that bring you over?
Nope.
Okay.
Should I do it again?
I'll just
Can I
resolve
do it
everything
again?
first. So
Yeah.
there was that roll, and then you roll yours.
I am helping Salis.
Oh, okay, so I'm just gonna bleed out.
No! I'm literally like smacking you away.
Fine. I'll help her.
Like I can only fight off one of you at a time, and it's sure as hell gonna be you.
Okay, that is a 9, 10, 11.
11. Okay.
Does that bring you over?
No.
Okay, so don't count it as healing yet. Keep it as an earmarked number.
Okay.
So you're not taking damage, you're subtracting from the amount that's bled.
Okay.
Everyone who is hurt takes another... That would be an 11.
Okay, so nothing happened.
Yeah, you bled through the bandages.
I'm still at like 15-ish. 15 after that bleed.
All right, who's being doctored next?
I think, should we doctor them both at once? Or should we, to like try and get one person over...
Yeah, that's what I was
Overhurt?
trying
But
to
the
do.
thing, if you do that, I'll make it one round before
That's
I'm like
true.
out, right?
Yeah, I'm at 18 health.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh, you're also bad. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
Is there anybody else that can doctor?
If you have novice, you can doctor. If you have untrained, you can't.
Okay, I can't.
Salis is just laying bandages over his head. He's not sure
Okay.
what to do.
This one was less good. This is a 9 plus 4 plus 10. So
23.
23. Please heal 23.
So that's added to the buffer. If the buffer and your current health go up to 50 or your threshold, then you stabilize and stop bleeding. And then you take all the doctoring.
I'm one off.
Okay.
It's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
Or
One off
What's your
is
buffer
like
right now?
Salis'
17.
entire thing.
No, do you have any of the buffer left? No, because I rolled 11.
Okay, who's
I'll
doctoring
heal
who?
him. I'll heal you.
He's like frustrated, but okay. He's seeing
So
that
how
he's being
much-
more harm than good right now.
So you push him. Do you?
I push him to 50.
Roll it. So we still
Oh.
have a number because you heal the excess too.
Oh, yeah, so I had 10.
10?
Or 9, sorry.
Okay.
So you should be 8 over your hurt tired.
Yeah.
Right, so people who are still hurt take another 9.
Oh shit. Can I split my... Because you're also bad, right?
I'm at
You're
9
at like
health
an
right
8.
now.
I'm at
You
8.
can bandage
Oh my
yourself,
gosh.
though. You can bandage yourself, though. She can't.
Yeah.
Like, he can at least keep himself alive now.
Yeah. Okay, so you... Because you can...
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That's an 8 plus 10 plus 4 is 22. Please heal 22, Chelsea.
Okay, I'll hold 22 in my mind.
I have 8 that I healed myself.
All right.
8 so that you did.
So the healing doesn't hold, hey, until they get over that number?
You got to make sure that once you're... That's the thing with hurt. The whole thing is that you're starting to actually bleed. So even if you get into a fight and hit hurt, that doesn't mean you don't die.
So, like, for me, you were probably looking at my skin and seeing that it's, like, red and blistering and
Oh,
just,
Chelsea,
like...
oh no.
Yeah, that's 16.
Oh, this is bad for everyone.
Not to worry. I have 1 stamina left.
Okay, so we should have healed you first, because then you could still be healing. Well,
Chelsea,
how are you doing?
I'm at 14.
Okay.
Can she split her doctoring between 2 people?
Nope.
Can you bolster like Leland?
Can you bolster me to heal you up enough?
I think bolstering only does healing, doesn't it? Can you bolster in hurt?
I'm gonna double check that because I think I let.
Didn't you have another skill?
Because here's the
that
thing.
buffs what other people do?
If you can bolster my healing, then maybe I can get this guy to not die.
Well, yeah, but honestly, if there's anyone here that deserves life, it's Vesta.
This healing only works on hurt or tired allies. So it does work in this case.
Okay.
You can bolster Leland. Just
I'm
come
gonna
on,
bolster Leland.
Come on, Leland.
Yeah, do it.
I'm like on the brink of passing out. I'm like, oh.
Vesta's over there, like, also, like, dying on the floor. Come on, Leland, live. You have so many more knives to make.
10 plus 4, 24.
Okay. That doesn't work the same as bandaging, so keep your bandaging, but actually heal this.
So I am dizzy. I am woozy. I am lost so much blood. I'm like,
but in the words of Saladjol, you're also freshly shorn. All right.
Okay, so we channeling this next heal into Vesta?
Vesta.
So, please heal 20.
Okay, 20.
Vesta. 9.
29.
So I'm holding that in my mind.
Plus whatever you had before left over.
Okay, that's not gonna push me over.
Okay. But you're doing better, presumably.
Yeah.
Okay. That's another round of bleeding.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hate this.
I mean, you can bolster.
That's another 16.
You can literally bolster every turn. You're able to just keep encouraging Leland past the point of death.
Okay, I'm gonna... Oh no, that wasn't very good.
Ooh, this was a good heal, boys.
Your bolster is also with the plus 10
so-
bonus.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 plus 4 is 17 to you.
Okay, and you get
That's still beating the tide.
8 from me.
Well,
8? Okay, so what did you roll?
so I rolled a 31.
Plus 8 is 39.
Plus, what did you have?
You definitely have.
So I
27.
think
I'm
you're,
good.
you're stable now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Now it's time to, like,
Here I
stick a
come,
band-aid on Leland. Because, like, at this point, Vesta's, like, cheered him on so much, his
14.
wounds have just healed through him his own power.
14 before this next heal.
14. Okay.
How's, Elmira and Trunk?
They look really shitty, but they aren't bleeding.
Okay.
Neither is Elbjorn.
Heal 25, please.
Like, this entire time we've been focusing on us, but it's like, it's entirely possible that Elbjorn's just in a corner dead.
Yeah.
I'm 1 off.
I love that about healing.
So, as you guys were healing, Elbjorn, Trunk, and Elmira have been focusing on cutting people out of the cocoons.
Mm-hmm.
Doctoring is what lets you do it in combat. They have to work slowly, but they are starting to cut people loose.
Cool.
I am not helping. I'm at Vesta's side.
So,
I'm okay now.
I don't care. I'm still, like, double checking all of Leland's bandages, being like, did he do it right? Did he do it? I have no, like, knowledge, but I'm just like, did he do it right?
So you
Leland's like on the ground. like applying pressure to a bandage desperately, like, I did it. Yes,
Yay me.
Ugh.
Can you also, did you bolster him already?
I didn't
this
bolster
round?
him. Ooh, nice. That was much better than the last one. Okay. 11 plus 4 is 15, plus 10 is 25.
Oh, that should do it.
that does it.
All right, you're back at tired.
And we all survive. We just need a big old nap.
It's a good thing that we remembered that bolster is a thing.
Yes.
Well, I thought that it was like for
that's
tired.
totally willing. Like that's totally a thing that makes sense. That it would just be for like tired or ready, but like.
Man, I hit 1 stamina.
1 stamina.
I mean, you would have still rafted.
I would have
but-
rafted. So there's that.
Yeah, he would have been fine, but still.
I'm just thank God the bleed dice don't go higher than 4. Like.
Man.
So now that you guys have gathered yourselves and your innards and blood have stopped seeping out of you,
Also gathered those.
yeah, innards are
the
gathered.
people you saved are starting to come to. There's the Pattern Torg and Grace that were uncovered down there, and you have opened up the pods revealing a Mousefolk and Absolution.
Interesting. Are they do they need doctoring?
As far as you can tell, they're fully stable. If anything, the sort of goop inside of these pods was probably keeping them healthy to be eaten later or whatever.
Can I collect the goop?
Yeah.
I do that. How do I do that?
You'd be rolling science. The result of your roll is how many coppers worth of healing reagents you could give to Vesta, who's an alchemist.
That is a 10 plus 4, 14.
Alright, that's 14 coppers of healing reagents.
I am going to take a nap.
Oh,
And-
buddy, don't nap here. You have
I
a bed.
Came close. Silas, I came very close.
I know. Just haul your ass to bed and it'll be much more comfortable. Your muscles will thank you.
You're right, Silas. Thank you.
Well, it is still storming, and storms, as far as I know, don't subside, weeks at a time, so we can probably just wait for the water to clear off if we want to take a bit of a break, regroup.
Like, would we need to...
He's
Would we need to take a break in order to, like, get back to the surface? Like, there shouldn't be, like, heat in the tunnels on the way back, right? It was
No.
just near the water? Yeah.
It's just that the water is flowing really fast right now.
Oh, okay. So something
Yeah.
like the slope would be a little bit treacherous?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's take a fucking power
And
nap.
also, Leland is passed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
How many people are actually taking power naps?
Red would love a nap because I'm very
I'm not.
close to her.
Wait, is it too far away to get back to the place?
It's just very rainy and wet and treacherous.
Okay,
Because
I'll take a power nap.
Everyone napping
I am not
gains.
taking a nap.
Everyone napping gains 2 stamina.
Oh,
Oh, yay!
Lovely!
hard to sleep with all this rain.
The fact that you just
Better than nothing.
fought a weird praying mantis spider thingy and
Yeah, I got nightmares.
an even bigger praying mantis spider thingy.
So who isn't napping right now? Okay. As these guys are napping, Grace asks you something. Hey, I know I have literally nothing to pay for it, but since you guys are adventurers, is there a job you'd be willing to do for me when we get back?
If we get back.
Yeah, I'm just like, probably if we get back.
Okay. So,
I mean, we just fought that, but
Yeah.
but we still have an entire island that we need to fight.
And Tammy.
So I didn't come for the cookie smell. The cookie smell saved me, but I tried to escape to the tunnels because they were going to come after me. When you can't pay your debts and you've got nothing left, they take you. I don't know where.
We know where.
We know where.
But while I was there, I was sick for a couple days, and they said that I was wasting company time and charged it on my debt, and the last thing I had left was the 3 wedding rings. And in order to pay the debt, Tammy opened up a door in her office with a bunch of locks and just threw them out into the graveyard. So They're rings, and the graveyard's a place where things land, so they've got to still be there, but if you guys could find them, that would be of personal significance.
Okay. I mean, I'm sleeping, so.
Like, I'll just go, yeah, we'll poke around the graveyard. Like, it's the graveyard, right, where, like, all those trolley cars crashed?
Yeah.
But also that place is full of metal. Like,
yeah.
Like, trying to find 3 small wedding rings and, you know, inch thick of dried blood.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
it's worth to at least say we'll try.
Make
and
it
find
a
Can
something.
I combine metallurgy and ritual magic?
Actually, this is one of those things that people seek out, like, so, you know how I talk about adventuring being an industry that you guys are a part of?
Yes.
Likewise, there's a room for mages in societies, and even, like, a lot of tiny villages. Like, your village had a wizard. Your parents were the wizards.
Yep.
And that's what people do. They go to wizards if they have, like, trouble, like, finding lost items, or if they want to be protected on a journey and they get a guard, right? So, like, you've actually done specifically looking for people's wedding rings in large open fields before.
Oh, God. All right. I'm also unconscious at this point. Like,
Yeah, like I don't know any of this. I'm just kind of like,
Okay.
okay.
yeah,
We'll
sure.
look for it.
I'm also like exhausted as well, so I'm just kind of like, sure, fine, whatever.
The rain subsides. You guys are so beaten down and groggy that you barely talk. As the flow has trickled to a slow, normal amount, you're able to make your way back up that slope without too much trouble and then through the tunnels. You guys basically make a beeline back to the bunkhouse, and Grace follows you. Absolution does too, because he kind of doesn't have anywhere to go. The other 2 miners make their way to where they were staying.
Okay.
Weird question, Absolution, but do you have any money on you?
Not anymore.
Fair.
The last of it went to getting someone on a ferry. Now I've got nothing left.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you're still technically hired, aren't you? Like, they were never suspicious of you, were they?
I suppose not.
So, at least you could still earn money at the least. While we
Earn money.
Yeah, earn money while we figure out what the hell to do with the government.
The government.
The government.
As you enter the room, there's a cheery reunion between Charity and Grace.
That's nice.
Yay, good for them. I'm glad that they get to have joy right now.
Good for them.
We're gonna see that thing in our sleep.
Well, are you guys ready for a delicious 3d6 sleep healing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I so am.
I really am. Time to sleep.
Time to slumber.
Alright, you guys all regain 12.
Nice. My hit points are 69.
Nice.
Ew.
Nice.
Nice.
Story of Salus's life. I'm one off.
You guys wake up at a time you don't know anymore. Charity and Grace are both gone. Absolution is still there. He says that Grace went off to sort things out and get her things from Echelon 3.
In that case, I'm gonna go outside and see if the like job board person is there, so we can just be like, job done.
Nobody there.
Nobody there.
Too late in the day.
Is the general store open?
Looks like it.
I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna buy bird.
Okay.
How much was bird again?
40 credits a portion.
And how much do we have at this point? It's been 3 days that we've been here, so that would be
We also spent a lot of money on rope. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't spend money. On
270 credits in your account. You can
270.
only use your own credits, and they can't be transferred or combined.
yeah. So how much would like 7 days worth? 40. That's way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have 270, so you could do 40, 80, 120, 240 is double that. And that would be the max. So 6 days.
Okay, so I'll buy 6 days
With the
right.
bird?
worth of bird.
Why don't you get like rice or something or potato
No,
or whatever?
I'm just buying bird.
Oh yes, you missed it. The general store sells, I think it's 3 things: rice, potato, and bird.
All of which are ridiculously overpriced.
Yeah.
Right.
So are we in the evil capitalist organization?
yes.
Is that okay?
How much do I heal from eating bird? Like 6 days worth of bird?
This stuff has no art value. So it's just the credit or the copper value, so that would be 30.
30? Cool. I'm at ready.
Yeah, so
I
you just
love being a snake.
You just kind of sizzle it up at someone's nearby fire, and you just kind of,
Just pushing it down.
Oh,
It's definitely bird, and you definitely don't know what kind. You have not tasted it before. That's definitely something.
Do you have the equipment sheet easily available? And are lockpicks
Yep.
on there?
Yep.
Because I need to know how much they cost.
Are you making a lockpick?
I'm making your lockpicks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If they aren't, I'll just hand wave them as a tool.
Salas never thought this day would come. He asked for it, but he never actually expect you to listen to him.
Well,
Okay, I don't have specifically lockpicks, so I'm going to say that they are 1 silver for a set.
ooh, okay.
And what's the hours of digestion that I have to do as a snake?
Right, so that would be
Bird.
For eating bird.
bird.jpg.
6 days worth of bird.
That's so much bird.
It's so much bird.
Man.
So do potatoes heal more than bird? Because they should. Potatoes are a magical food.
So,
Oh, you print.
They're also not great potatoes.
They're
Yeah.
not great potatoes either. It's like
so yeah, you need 6 hours. Until then, you have a -3 penalty.
I'm just kind of at the bed place.
The bunkhouse?
The bunkhouse, that's the word. Bunkhouse, bed place, same thing. And I'm just kind of out front, just out.
So for each level
Mhm.
of how good an item is, you double its value?
Mhm.
And what are the levels again? So its base is just 1 silver.
Yeah, and then you would have fine, which is 2. Masterwork is 3, and I think you have the masterwork benefit to do that. But-
I do not have the masterwork benefit.
Okay, so then you can only make fine.
But I haven't leveled up this session.
Well, you've already started playing, so you can't level up this session.
Well,
See-
you got me again.
See, what I did last session was leveled up without anyone noticing.
It's not a crime if you don't get caught.
Yep.
Where's my smithing? I do have 4 smithing plus 2. Okay. See if I can bang out fine lockpicks in 2 hours. Nope, not gonna happen.
Those are some nice 2s.
Yep, some nice 2s, a 4, a 3, a little below average. So that's 6, 10, 13. Kind of close.
And
only
then
one
plus
below.
+5 because of the stuff you're consuming.
How's that how it works?
Are you making it out of barrels?
I
Like
am-
you did the chair, or like
No, I have a lot of steel that I gathered on the road.
Ah.
Plus the rusty manacles, which
I'd rather not. I'd rather not have that in my pocket. That sounds like a bad time.
All right. So a couple of hours pass as you guys get your shit together. Eventually, you've had some degree of time to heal. Or in a more metaphorical sense, you don't really heal anything. You guys are ready. You're awake. You're good to go.
Okay.
Does anyone have a metal detector?
I know metal.
Oh yeah, have
Yeah.
you bring that up to us?
I would probably say something once I came back from Bird.
Okay, let's go to the graveyard.
move
All right.
behind you guys at like a leisurely pace. It's like I don't know what was in that bird.
But it was bird.
But it was bird.
So during the time you were out, Absolution went to the surface about halfway through to get the whole "hey, I'm alive" stuff sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the party as expected, who makes their way up that long elevator from 5.
Did the job board come at any point in time during that?
Nope.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys go up the long, creaking, swaying elevator up to that ledge that leads you through the ferry to Echelon Camp 4. From there, there's another shorter elevator. You head through the tunnel past Echelon Camp 3 to 2. You make the climb to where the elevator would be, and then you continue on. Some time passes, and after passing the final rise, you return to the graveyard.
All right.
Here you see, as you did before, there's the same number of train cars that have smashed into the bottom here, around which there's that sort of darkish crust of blood.
All right.
There's
Good.
light filtering in from above. It's daytime, it looks like, and just the right bit of daytime. There's sunlight actually making it down the crack, which is not super common given the whole angle thing.
All right. Let's get going.
All right. Are you sure you don't want to help? You're pretty good last time.
Yeah, like I can help. I just don't have any dots in ritual.
I guess I'm helping you. I'm gonna help Vesta.
I
trying to teach her ritual
I
magic.
think we took that out of the mechanics, didn't we?
Helping?
Yeah, you gotta have dots.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I'm
Because we used
helping.
to abuse that system.
Right. I'm not. It's not helping as though this will help both of
Teaching.
us. I'm teaching rather than helping.
Alright, I'll allow that.
Okay. That's more so
Because like it's basically what we did for the scrying.
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we both rolling ritual?
Yep.
I feel like I'm rolling ritual and I'm like showing you what I'm doing and I didn't do super great this time.
5.
Well, but bad example. That's a 13.
Okay. You
Like
think you
always,
could do it,
don't
but
follow
you
those
need
examples.
one of the wedding rings to make it work. Leland, you reckon you could find the wedding rings, but you would have to do it alone.
Okay, you do it.
There's a
alone.
lot of metal around here.
A lot of metal. Okay, yeah, I'll search for the wedding rings then.
You keep getting distracted by like I can
Okay.
make a knife out of that.
How?
How?
How are you searching?
Okay. I mean,
Look for
obviously,
gold.
I'm like divining with my knife, as I always do.
Alright,
Just kind of
roll,
holding it loosely and letting
roll
it.
wisecraft.
Wisecraft. It's actually ritual. That was a very bad roll. That's a 12. Big oof.
Alright, you feel a vague
Guys,
pull.
cursed.
You get to a location near one of the cars, sort of between two of them, but that's where you're stuck. Here, there's a lot of rubble.
Do it again.
Can I like? Is there like room for me to move between, or is it like fully collapsed rubble?
It's only like a little bit of rubble, like this much off the ground, little piles. You can easily move past. It wouldn't even be like a difficult terrain thing.
Somewhere in here.
Try again.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna search through the rubble while he's doing that.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
there like a luck roll I could make?
That would be ritual magic.
Oh!
Yeah, okay, I'll roll again to see if I can focus in on it. And... Again, not great rolls here. That's 13.
13. Okay. Do you want to roll delicate?
Sure. Alright. That's 12, 15, 19.
Okay. You are in this spot and you narrow it to one sort of section of rubble. You're sort of picking through bit by bit, sort of like pick, look, and you've got it. First wedding ring.
And now you can use that wedding ring to find it.
All right. Well, do you want to give it a shot?
No, you do it. I don't like. I think it takes. I have to sneeze. Okay. I think it takes more energy for you to try to teach it to me than for you to just do it yourself.
Well, that's fine. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere.
Let's just do it.
Hope this is a 6. A 1, a 2, and a 6.
Whee!
Why couldn't you just go, I hope they're all 6?
No, it ruins it.
Gotta save the magic for later.
Too
Yeah.
greedy.
That's a 13.
Another
See,
13.
when you're nice to the big dice, they listen to you.
Alright, using the ring that you now have as a focus for the rite, you drop it into the water, and as the water stills itself, you sort of scry out the location of the other ones that you can sort of shift between. One of them you see is on top of the tallest train car here. The other one has managed to make its way inside of a covered and enclosed train car.
I'm probably going to go inside the enclosed
Is
one.
Elmira with us?
Yep.
Get her to go on top.
Yeah.
She's pretty good at climbing.
I'll go in, she goes up.
Is
All
it
right.
safe?
Safe enough. Fuck it. Elmira just runs up and basically, like, over the top parkour dude just, like, goes and then grabs and without even stopping, without even slowing down, scrambles to the top. What do you know? Elmira holds the glint of a wedding ring over the top.
Your self-destructive lifestyle leaves me both confounded and concerned.
Nice. Okay, now in.
Yep, and I'm going in.
Alright, roll delicate. You have to squeeze your way through a couple of the broken open windows.
Yeah. So that's 10, 15. And 22.
22. You squeeze through the window without problems. You're closer to the bottom, so you check the base where you don't see it. You clamber up, and about 2/3 of the way to the end of the train car, you find it resting on the back of a seat bench. That's 3.
Awesome. We can get out of here.
Salsa's hand pokes out from the train car. Got it!
Okay, let's go. Get out of this terrible,
Good
terrible
work,
place.
Sals.
There's a deafening scream from above, like the last time you were here. That long, slow, like, break.
Uh-oh.
I'm counting.
Yeah. I'm like also gonna look up because the way it works is the trains go, they fall.
And it's
And end
falling.
in the graveyard.
It's falling. It's coming at you
Force
right
magic.
now.
Force magic. Try and like slow it down.
I would like to...
I run.
I am running and I am grabbing Salus because I don't think he can force magic a fucking train out of this guy.
I'm just trying to like either deflect it away or like slow it down.
Can we see where it's coming? Is it too dark?
You see it basically, like, I'm saying it's falling, and you are where it's falling.
I'm running and I'm grabbing Salus.
And I'm still trying to like.
Alright, you get yanked. Elbjorn moves off. Trunk looks confused. Now, Elmira tackles him out of the way as a train car goes crunch right where you just were.
Ooh.
Looks like it was cargo.
Head count. Do we have everybody?
1, 2,
Sound off.
3, 4. You see Elbjorn, Elmira, Trunk. That's 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what was in the cart.
Yeah.
It looks like, for the most part, it was material being moved around. You see that there's... Actually, this looks like it was all just, like, empty barrels and carts. It looks like this was probably coming back from being unloaded from the surface.
You have more barrel metal.
Hell of a delivery system.
It's just no, like, unmanned.
Yep.
Okay, then. Alright.
No casualties.
All right, let's
Fine.
go.
Yep.
Man.
It's unfortunate. They must lose a lot of money from these drinkers.
Yeah.
It's like a bad system.
Yeah, like, you'd think they would be like, okay, like, the people, yeah, they're expendable, but, like, the train cars, that's a lot of money. And
Yeah.
a lot of metal.
Listen, if we know anything about these companies, these are the cheapest possible train cards you could ever buy.
Yeah, but, like, you'd still think they'd have a vested interest in getting their main transportation system out.
You guys head back over the ridge and make your way back past the elevator. As you get back to Echelon Camp 3, you see that there's a group of guards. They notice you guys and walk towards you.
Hello.
So that's where you guys are. Tammy wants to see you.
Okay. Love that.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
Tammy from HR.
They point back towards the elevator. This is a now thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right.
Tammy from HR.
She's
I don't know if you've seen this.
special. That's Tammy.
Is this Tammy?
Yeah.
What a delightful smile.
Yeah.
Looks like a woman I want to be friends with.
Yep.
You
She
make your
also
way.
looks like she's about to sell you essential oils.
Yeah.
You make your way back through the tunnel, past Camp 2, up the ridge, and up to the elevator. It's a short, creaking elevator before you get up to Echelon Camp 1. Here, you don't take a train. Actually, within here, there's sort of an administrative building you move towards. It's reasonably nondescript, just, a wooden building. You make your way, you're led past some hallways into what looks like a waiting room.
Is there seats in the waiting room?
Nope.
Is there, those little toy things for children?
Nope.
Like,
Magazines,
Nope.
walls,
Yes.
windows.
Nope.
Oh, what color are the walls?
Wood brown.
Like
Color are the
portraits.
floors?
You're sort of staring at the
is
floors.
Red the type of guy that carries books?
Actually, on the TV right now, you can see that Red has a shelf of books.
I pull a book out of my pocket and start reading.
So as you're grabbing it out of your bag, and you're sitting there going, floors, eh? That's when one of the doors opens. You see Tammy smiling and goes, "Come on in. Keep your weapon sheathed now."
Oh, okay.
Hi,
Obviously,
Tammy.
what else
Good to see you again.
well, what else would we do? Having a casual conversation and nothing else.
Yeah.
She leads you into your office, and the large contingent of guards follow. Their weapons are not sheathed. As you're led inside, you see that in this room, the furniture's sort of been tucked into a corner more, where there's a desk, there's a lamp, there's a little cup of coffee, and a sign that says, Tammy, Human Resources. You see that there's a door that has 4, solid, different styled locks on it. There's a window that's shuttered with pink curtains. There's your wagon, a guard with a clipboard with a knife, and another one with a knife that is holding it to, it looks like Grace's throat.
Okay. May I ask what's going on here?
Well, that's the thing. You see, Grace here has been gone for quite a time. Couple days now, and couple days before that. So she owes a little bit of money that she doesn't have. Now, her debt was already paid, but you guys went through all the trouble of saving her. I thought you might want to save her a bit more. I noticed you guys have a lot of stuff that you might not necessarily need. I mean, a cart. You don't need that in a place like this. Her total debt is currently at 15 gold.
Wow.
So, would you be willing to offer like-kind as collateral? So, Grace is there in manacles. Leland, you note that these are the same model and make and style of manacles as the ones you have.
That's not good. Those were the manacles.
How many guards are in this room?
You count 18.
Oh, shit. That might be a lot.
I mean, I'm ready. Snakes heal fast.
Okay, so OOC, there's 18 guards,
Yeah.
and Tammy's 7 of us, and Tammy's asking for
15.
All of our stuff
all of our stuff
in order to save Grace.
in order to save Grace.
Well, 15 gold exactly of value.
Which is going to be all of our stuff.
Well, now hear me out. How much do those wedding rings cost?
Yeah, would they be worth 15 gold?
Altogether, yeah. Probably about 5 gold each.
Well, problem
Wait,
fucking solved.
why did she want the wedding rings again?
Sentimental. She said it was sentimental.
We found them the first time.
But she's not just gonna throw them out the window again, you know?
Is it the case where they have the knife to her throat and they're going to just as soon as we say no, just slit it? Or is it they're in the manacles?
You have no idea.
Okay. Because, like, if it was the case where they're just going to be like, well, okay, then, we're going to take her to the beach then, we could just be like, okay, we'll meet you at the beach and ambush you. Like,
Now, here's a question. This is very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Position of Tammy, Grace, and the guards. Yada, yada, yada. So,
Should we almost draw it
say
out?
this is us.
Yeah.
This is the desk. This is
Do you
Tammy.
want to do that under the camera?
Yes. Okay, us. No, they can't. Okay. Where am I? There we go. Okay. Us.
there's 7 of us. So.
7 of us. Here's the desk. This is Tammy.
Is she on the other side of the desk?
I'm presuming she's on the side of the desk.
So the desk is tucked back here.
Okay.
She is here.
Okay.
There's the 2 guards with Grace. You guys are here. Basically, there's a room, window, door, and the guards are forming like a big semicircle blocking the doorway.
The thing is, if we make a move on Tammy, they're gonna kill Grace immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're forgetting I'm a master of moving knives with telekinesis.
So
I
you'd have
understand.
to take down the guard that has Grace first.
Right, he's
can you
holding a
just
knife
move the
to her
knife?
throat.
Yeah.
If I use force magic to pull it
Away.
As you guys
away,
sort of hesitate and deliberate, she smiles and goes, "You know, this is a lot of my company time you're wasting. Do you know how much I get paid? It's 20 gold now."
Tammy, just hypothetically, what happens if we can't help Grace out? What happens to Grace?
Grace goes away.
Like where exactly?
You actually,
I'm a man of science.
I think Red would know, right? Because we did the whole ritual thing, and
Yeah,
yeah, you would
presumably
know.
Celestia.
Yeah. So what we saw a little while ago was a person, because we saw the manacles, and to find
Right.
like we looked at who was in these manacles,
Right.
and so we scribed them and found them being eaten by like a celestial.
Okay, so it won't be a cool, fun place
No.
for Grace to go.
No, it's not a water park.
Alright, I'll also say that Red is partially doing this line of questioning to offer
I hate Tammy.
some buffer and some time for y'all to make a move.
Leland is looking straight up at the ceiling as he says, "It would be stupid not to go along with this."
I can't understand what the negative is on that. It's stupid to go along with this. Like,
Okay, fine. And he looks at the ceiling and he says, "Okay, I'm just trying to think of the best way to repay, like what the best way to get to 15 gold is.
20 gold.
20 gold.
Is it 20 gold?
Yes, she
upped
increased it.
because we hesitated.
Okay, well I'm just thinking, and it really seems unnecessary to have so many guards here.
I look at Elmira. I give her like a look, and then I look
Elmira isn't responding. She is like stone still, and you can see like a vein forming. And considering she's a squirrel folk and there's fur in the way, that's something.
There's 18 guards, but there's 7 of us.
You guys are aware that basically if they just take your wagon and everything in it, that's 20 gold.
Yeah, but we want our wagon.
How
But the
many
thing
how many
is-
guards are there? Like how good do these
18.
guards seem? Like are these your average run of the mill guards, or are these like beefy security?
They're reasonably beefy. They're in proper like combat form and everything. They don't seem sloppy. They're ready for a fight.
I mean, there's a lot of them. We can literally throw them around the room.
But we're also like tired from our thing, right?
I'm not.
You did
Okay,
eat
you
a lot
ate
of fucking
6 days of bird.
I ate 6 days of bird. I'm ready to go.
I don't know. I think we should kill Tammy.
I am Will. Do I feel familiar with this knife? Do I think that I could grab it and yank it away from her neck and into Tammy's?
You might be able.
It would be because another person is holding it, right? So it would have
You have
to
to
be
pull it
opposed.
out of their hand. But if they're not expecting you to pull it out of their hand,
And I have been throwing knives around
Yeah.
all day. This is my 9 to 5. Is like holding knives, moving knives. with
My, that
telekinesis.
time just keeps ticking. I hope you don't waste more of it.
It's gonna be on you as the first move.
I think we should do it. I think we should YOLO it.
Shit.
Oh,
Fuck.
no.
Fuck.
No.
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
6, 6, 6.
Fuck. No. Fuck. Stay on the table. No. 5.
Okay, so you try.
Okay, so that's 8, 9, 13, 13, 23, and 23 plus 5 is 28 to grab the knife and just slam it into the back of Tammy's head.
All right. This is how things go because you guys are numerically vastly overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to basically just do narrative fights and not actually do rolls.
Okay.
So you yank that knife and it goes clear out of that guard's hand and right into Tammy's throat. She looks at you and just sort of gasps as she falls to the ground.
While he
You
does-
guys feel weapons being thrust at you guys. Some of it clatters against your armor, but before long they're holding you down and pinning you to the ground. The first to go down is Vesta, because you don't deal well against that sort of fight.
Yeah.
I'm like grabbing people and like trying to hurl people around the room.
But Tammy's gonna be dead.
Tammy's dead though.
Like,
So
What happens with Chunk and Elmira is Elmira bolts towards the other guard with the knife and stabs him right between the eyes. Trunk, you see, takes a reasonably deep wound as he cleaves past a bunch of people, and he and Elmira basically book it, holding Grace. The rest of the guards start bearing down on you even further. After Vesta goes down, we are followed by Red. Red is holding together pretty strong and is a solid fighter, but not against this many. Next is Leland, who's very quickly overwhelmed and doesn't deal well with being flanked. The telekinesis helps you repel them, which is what keeps you alive so long, but down you go. You see Elbjorn holding people off and almost making it towards the door when someone goes with a rope and grabs him around the neck. He's quickly overwhelmed and taken down, and that distraction is enough to bring you there too.
damn it.
we did it. Tammy's dead.
Things go dark. When you awaken, you're in a very familiar scenario. One you've been in before.
Oh no. Are we in a ship's hull?
In a prison galley again. And that's where we'll end that session.
Man.
Wait, did Leland finish my lockpicks?
Yeah, I'll say yes.
I finished normal lockpicks. I didn't make them fine.
Did I have lockpicks? Do I still have my lockpick?
We'll resolve that when you guys get to it, because...
Shit.
They probably stripped us.
Probably.
But yeah. That's a note.
Tammy's dead.
Tammy's dead.
is dead.
Did I punch her before I got taken down?
No, she
Damn it.
she got a knife to the throat though.
Yeah.
I think it's worse.
You
Yeah.
feel good about this?
I feel good about this.
So,
This is a good resolution.
everyone roll a weapon roll, because you guys don't go down that easy.
Can I roll an elemental?
Yep. Basically, the equivalent to your attack by default.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll an elemental. Eight.
Alright.
17.
17.
Unless I'm using force magic.
20, that's...
But 17.
11.
11.
So that's 22 and...
Nice.
That's a snake eyes.
That's a solid snake eyes on poison, but that makes it 7 poison.
So what's the total?
So that's 22 for like a normal attack, and
So then 29?
and then the like elemental, like the
Yeah.
battle mage attack for the extra snake eyes.
So that makes it 29?
Yes.
Okay. So you managed to take down 2 of the guards.
Nice.
You take down 3 for a total of 5.
Hell yeah.
You take down another 4 for a total of 9, and you took down 5 of them 6. Which I believe brings the total that you took down all the way up to 15.
So there were 3 of them.
So how did 3 of them pin 4 of us?
Well, we were like...
No, it was like one goes down. Like it's just dominoes, and in the end it was just like fuck.
We were pinned down, and at the end of it there were 3 of them.
I see. So maybe they just bled out after.
You also went down one by one, so once someone's taken down, other guards can attack the other person.
Yeah.
I see. I thought
That
we
was
killed 15.
Totally worth.
That's pretty good.
Absolutely worth.
I killed a 3rd.
So, if you guys want to see what happens next, be back here Wednesday at 7-ish. I'm not going to say at 7 anymore because we're not holding to that, apparently.
No. We aim to start at 7. If there's delays, there's delays.
Yeah.
And we're not going to push ourselves for 7.
Yeah.
So if you see us on YouTube, we are here live at twitch.tv/Mr. Croden. If you are here on Twitch, we are archiving these episodes at youtube.com/Mr. Croden, where you can watch our entire series so far. And if you want to check out the rules, go to bloodwine.wikia.com. Or no, bloodwine.fandom.com. That's it.
Bloodwine.fandom.com. And if you're interested in discussing these episodes and the shenanigans and any questions, Will is the creator of this system, so you feel free to scroll down and join the Discord to ask him all the necessary questions that there may be.
Thanks for having me, folks. This was a
Thanks
good
for coming
time.
out.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to plug?
If you live in Newmarket, Ontario, I have a play this weekend. Come to the New National Play Festival. It's 10 minutes long. It's about queer people at a funeral. It's a great time. That's the only thing I have to plug. It has nothing to do with this channel.
That sounds
But
like
it feels
fun.
good having something, right?
But it feels good to have a plug.
Yeah.
So, if you live in Newmarket, Ontario,
Or close by.
or close by,
You
or
know,
close
within
by.
3 hours, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
3 hours for 10 minutes? I mean...
Yeah, it's called Center Line.
I mean, I live 3 hours away and I'm planning to go. So.
Hell yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll see you guys around. Have a good night.